I seem to have come down with a cold. I'm not like, bedridden, thermometer or anything like that. Thank God, because, I still got 3 days left. It's supposed to rain on Saturday, but I have the gear for it. It's not like I haven't ridden all day in torrential downpours. Doesn't mean I want to. So, yeah, I'll just slog it up 101 and get home and put a bow on this trip. It's been a really awesome trip. Some of the roads have just been fantastic, and some of the scenery just as good. And some of the people I met too. It's been really nice. Don't regret it in the least. Even though I'm not feeling so hot right now. But hey, I can suck it up, Buttercup. I got this. I'll make it work.
We stopped by a Rexall here in Barstow. Picked up some throat lozenges and some like Super C immune stuff to hopefully help me battle this cold. I don't know how effective it'll be, but I could only get so much rest. And I got as much rest last night and this morning as I could. I checked out at the last possible moment within like 5 minutes to 11. Napping and resting, trying to help my body fight off this cold. After a hot shower and some resting, I feel pretty decent, except for the runny nose and the sweats and cough. I lost another RoKStrap and another one is about to go, and I'm out of spares. Hopefully I can make it to Bakersfield without losing my dry bag on the freeway. I might be cinching them down too tight because, well, I don't want it to go anywhere, right? So I loosened up the straps a little bit to put a little less stress on them. The one that's dying is only starting to die. The other ones had completely separated and only the cloth wrapping was holding it together. So hopefully Cycle Gear will have some, and they'll have something that I can use.
We've ridden just over 3,150 miles so far in the Southwestern Safari, with just under 425 miles remaining.
Oh boy, we get to do the exciting part of 58. Everybody was going fast a second ago, now we're doing 55. What the heck? I'm not in a hurry. The faster I go, the more likely the RoKStrap will fail. And I got time to kill today because I'm going to be there like a 2.5 hour ride the way I'm going now.
Today, we'll be riding a shortened route, heading out from Barstow, taking Highway 58 to Bakersfield, and then finally completing the day's ride in Taft.
I think the first place I wanted to stop was in Boron. There's a rest area there, about 30 minutes away. Rough day of riding, huh? 30 minutes of riding, take a break. Probably another 40 minutes of riding, take another break. It seems to know where all those general spots that I was going to stop are because it's showing them. It's like, hey, Garmin is being very considerate today. I know you're sick. You might want to stop here or here. Take it easy. Definitely feeling a little better now that I've gotten going and had some food. Took an extra nap. Coffee, of course. Gotta have my coffee. Ah, yes. Exciting Highway 58. Actually, some of it we'll be doing tomorrow, and that is pretty good. But this section here for the next 2 hours, stopped off at a rest stop just west of Boron. I might take another stop before I hit Bakersfield in almost 90 miles. Although I would really like to pick up some replacement tie downs. We're coming up on Mojave. There's a whole bunch of windmills and hills there. None of which are turning right now. Kind of a dead day. There's a whole bunch of planes there too. Well, I guess some of them are turning. Not very many, but a few. Stopped off at Cycle Gear. got me some RoKStraps. Nathan was very helpful. Here at the Bakersfield Cycle Gear, we're totally covered now.
We're on 119 headed to Taft, which is a pretty small town. Surprised there's this much traffic on the road there. Welcome to Taft, the center of excitement. Here we go.
Close enough. For rock and roll, baby. I'm heading out of Taft now. Sorry if my voice is a little froggy. Today's gonna be tough. Feeling pretty weak.
There's a little bit of oil in this region.
Already a much better ride.
California Highway 58 west from Bakersfield to Atascadero is a nice ride. It takes you over some low mountains with some nice vistas and over a section of roller coasters that is a heck of a blast. And then you ride past the Carrizo Plain and through some rolling hills, past the fields of Shell Creek Road, and the final leg goes past the undulating joys of Rossi's Driveway, also known as Highway 229. Before it finally drops you off near Atascadero. After enjoying the sights on Shell Creek Road, I doubled back onto 58 for a few miles, and then cut over on La Panza, and enjoyed a pleasant ride through its lovely rolling hills. This is a great area to ride. There are many great roads between Atascadero and Paso Robles, from the coast all the way to the mountains near the Central Valley. It's definitely worth planning some rides if you're ever in the area. Highway 41 took me towards town, but not without some enjoyable riding before I arrived in Atascadero.
I'm cold.
I had a couple of hours to kill before I could check in at my hotel, and I was not feeling very well. So I spent a couple of hours at a Starbucks, resting in a half-zombie state. I think class had just ended for the day, as a few groups of teenagers arrived, and occasionally noticed the old guy that was looking half dead. I ordered a few cups of green tea, which helped a little.
Well, better late than never. We're starting the trip home, the final leg, the Southwestern Safari. Originally, I planned on arriving home yesterday, but I got sick. Real sick. So I booked an extra day, and I just vegetated in bed all day, which I think really helped. But as you can see, I'm not exactly completely over it. My bank account isn't over it either. Dang it, that room really got jacked. But oh well, what you gonna do? That's how they get you. Please don't do this now. I took the drugs. I have a 3-hour ride, about 2.5 it says, but I'm not going to do it in one fell swoop. But I'm going to stop whenever I feel the need to stop. I mean, it's not a long day, so I could stop every 30 minutes and still get home before dark. And, wow, the sun just came out for a moment. See, the roads are actually kind of looking dry here. Be nice not to get a lot of extra mist kicked up on me. It's been really hard for my mind to focus on a lot of things for a couple of days. I mean, I could barely look at my phone yesterday. You know, I just laid in bed with my eyes closed, awake but vegetating, you know. You can't just sleep all day. A lot of rest. A lot of Tylenol. When I ran out of that, ibuprofen. And I ran out of that this morning. So hopefully that's going to carry me home. We're about to do the ever so exciting 160-mile jaunt on Highway 101. Originally, I had planned a more interesting route with some side trips. Much more enjoyable ride. But in my current condition, I'm taking the fastest possible route. The freeway looks pretty dry too. That's always nice to see. There's little spritzels here and there, I think, happening, but I'm getting a little bit right now. Thank you. This is the trailing edge of the storm. Inside of an hour or two, there's going to be nothing left, according to the forecast. Definitely one thing you got to do as a motorcyclist on long trips. Keep close tabs on the weather. Not just where you're at right now, but what it's like where you're going to be and what's going to be moving through that area while you're getting there. A lot of the times it's like not much you can do about it, but forewarned is forearmed, right? Can I avoid that storm? Maybe taking this option instead of that option? If that's not, avoiding it isn't an option. It's like, well, guess we're wearing the rain gear. I've never had the weather be so bad that I had to, I mean, I've waited stuff out for an hour or two before, once or twice. The only time I've ever had to extend a trip by a day was this trip. And it had nothing to do with weather. Well, you should consider that I was under the weather. It's because I got sick. And God, did I need that rest. Oh my God, a drop of water. Several drops of water. Considering the sky looks mostly blue above me, seems a bit odd. It's nice seeing some green hills in California. That won't last. They'll be brown before you know it. Give a couple weeks. Heck, kind of going brown already. The closer I get to home, the more often I see exits to roads that lead to great rides. Arose leads to Carmel Valley Road, which is a great ride. We have a video on that on the channel. Big long trips are all off with roads you're not very familiar with, if at all. Once you get to home, oh yeah, forgot about that one. I haven't ridden that one in a while. I should do that. I've really enjoyed this trip. Parts of it incredibly awesome. Other parts of it were really challenging and difficult. It's a big road trip without some obstacles to overcome, right? Remember, that's what makes it an adventure. This one was a bit more adventurous than I expected, but we managed. Front Street. Is there a packed street? I'm fairly resisting the urge to make up boys and go, but I don't want it that way. I'll just let myself out here. And of course, what riding your Silicon Valley would be complete without its share of lane sharing.
Just gotta wait for the moment, then strike like a cobra. Whoosh. Be decisive. Pass, don't pass. When you do, don't hesitate. Make it happen. And South Bend of Gilroy, California.
As I get close to home, I can't help but remember all the places I've been over the last couple of weeks. What a ride. One to remember. The roads, the sights, the people. It has been an incredible journey. Wherever your journey may lead, ride on.